Welcome, Captains. In this video, we'll cover the key stats, equipment, and strategies for the German battleship Anhalt in World of Warships Blitz. Let's dive in. The German battleship Anhalt is inspired by early 20th century German naval designs, though it never existed in reality. It's based on the types of battleships the German Navy was developing around World War I. Historically, Germany built powerful battleships like the Kaiser, König, and Bayern classes during World War I, and the famous Bismarck and Tirpitz during World War II. These ships were known for their heavy armor and strong firepower, designed to compete with the British Navy. The Anhalt reflects these design principles, offering a glimpse into the kind of battleship Germany might have built during that era. Key stats for Anhalt. Survivability. Hit points, 54,242. Citadel. Protection, 15%. Fire and flooding resistance, 12.50%. Damage reduction, 15%. Maneuverability. Max speed, 24.45 knots. Time to full speed, 25.11 seconds. Turn time, 13.65 seconds. Guns. Main guns, 300 millimeters, 5x3. Reload time, 24 seconds. Range, 14.8 kilometers. HE damage, 814. AP damage, 1,416. Chance of fire, 9%. Secondary guns, 150 millimeters, 8x1. Reload time, 8.2 seconds. Range, 4.48 kilometers. Torpedoes. Reload time, 31.5 seconds. Damage, 5,074. Range, 5.62 kilometers. Speed, 50.2 knots. Chance of flooding, 21%. Anti-aircraft armament. Large caliber AA range, 3.30 kilometers. Small caliber AA range, 1.80 kilometers. Concealment. Surface detection, 11.40 kilometers. Here's the setup for Anhalt. Supplies. Improved crew rations to decrease reload times for main battery, secondary battery, and torpedo tubes by 3%, enhancing overall combat efficiency. Preventive maintenance pack to increase warship hit points by 3%, providing additional survivability during battles. Refined diesel to boost ship speed by 3% and traverse speed by 5%, allowing for better maneuverability and positioning. Equipment. Main battery modification. 3. To reduce maximum main battery shell dispersion by 7%, ensuring more accurate shots. Propulsion modification. 1. To increase acceleration by 20% and power system survivability by 20%, improving mobility and durability. Steering gear modification. 2. To enhance traverse acceleration by 15% and reduce steering gear repair time by 25%, facilitating quicker turns and better maneuvering. Commander, Lena, level 12. Underwater protection expert. Reduces damage from torpedo attacks by 3%, enhancing survivability against torpedoes. Torpedo Alert. Increases torpedo detection range by 15%, providing better awareness and evasion of enemy torpedoes. Artillery maintenance expert. Boosts main battery efficiency when the ship is not heavily damaged, improving traverse speed by 15% and reducing maximum main battery shell dispersion by 3%. Victorious charge allows for HP recovery by destroying enemy ships, replenishing 1.5% of maximum HP per destroyed enemy ship. Survivalist Plus enhances the effectiveness of repair kits, increasing HP recovered by 22.5% when using repair kits. Generalist Plus provides advantages when using damage control kits, including increased fire and flooding resistance by 33% within 25 seconds and recovering 2% of maximum HP. Fully Prepared reduces the cooldown time of repair kits by 10%, enabling more frequent use during battles. Adrenaline Rush increases armament reload speed by 7.5% for main battery, torpedo tubes, secondary battery, and automatic secondary battery when the ship has less than 25% of its maximum HP. Close Quarters Combat Expert improves the effectiveness of secondary armament batteries by reducing maximum secondary battery shell dispersion by 15% and maximum automatic secondary battery shell dispersion by 15%. Honor Seeker increases damage to enemy ships by 1.5% after obtaining any medal in battle, up to 3 times per battle. Armor Piercing Capped Shell enhances AP shell penetration power by 5% and AP shell penetration power sustainability by 10%. Horizontal Protection Expert increases overall protection for the ship's deck and superstructure by 10% and decreases the risk of fire on the ship's deck and superstructure by 10%. This setup aims to maximize Anhalt's combat effectiveness by improving her survivability, maneuverability, accuracy, and damage output across various situations encountered in World of Warships Blitz battles. Anhalt brings a unique set of skills to the battlefield. making her a versatile addition to any fleet. With the ability to launch a scout plane, her main gun firing range gets a significant boost, giving her an edge in spotting enemy vessels and delivering accurate fire from afar. Additionally, her auto-secondary guns ensure constant defense against nearby threats, allowing captains to focus on strategic maneuvers. With these skills at your disposal, Anhalt proves to be a formidable force on the high seas. Despite being primarily focused on long-range firepower, Anhalt does come equipped with torpedoes. While they may not be her main feature, they can be a valuable asset in certain situations. When used strategically, Anhalt's torpedoes can catch enemy ships off guard and deal significant damage, especially against larger vessels or those caught in close-quarters combat. Their presence adds versatility to Anhalt's toolkit, providing captains with an additional option to capitalize on enemy vulnerabilities or secure kills when the opportunity arises. Anhalt should be played as a long-range support cruiser with the capability to engage enemies effectively from a distance. Here's a strategy for playing Anhalt. 1. Maximize firing range. Deploy the scout plane as soon as it's available to extend Anhalt's main gun firing range by 12%. This allows you to engage enemies from a safe distance while dealing significant damage. 2. Positioning. Maintain a strategic position on the battlefield where you can utilize your extended firing range to its fullest potential. Stay at a distance from enemy ships to minimize the risk of incoming fire, while still being able to contribute to the battle effectively. 3. Target priority. Focus on targeting enemy ships that pose the greatest threat to your team, or those that are vulnerable due to their positioning. Use your extended firing range to pressure and weaken enemy ships from afar, prioritizing high-value targets such as battleships and cruisers. 4. Team support. Provide fire support to your teammates by targeting enemy ships engaged with friendly vessels. Your long-range firepower can help turn the tide of battle in your team's favor, allowing them to push forward and secure objectives. 5. Survivability. Despite your focus on long-range engagements, be mindful of enemy ships attempting to close the distance and engage you. Stay mobile and use evasive maneuvers to avoid incoming fire, while also utilizing island cover and terrain to minimize exposure to enemy fire. By adopting this playstyle, you can effectively leverage Anhalt's strengths as a long-range support cruiser and contribute to your team's success. With a robust arsenal and a sturdy frame, Anhalt embodies the spirit of its predecessors, boasting impressive survivability, maneuverability, and firepower. Its main guns, with their devastating punch, coupled with secondary guns and torpedoes, offer a versatile array of offensive capabilities. To enhance its combat effectiveness, Anhalt is outfitted with an array of supplies, equipment, and a seasoned commander. From improved crew rations to refined diesel and a meticulously curated skill set, every aspect of Anhalt's configuration is meticulously designed to maximize its performance on the battlefield. In the hands of a skilled captain, Anhalt becomes more than just a warship. It becomes a symbol of naval dominance, capable of turning the tide of battle with its sheer presence. Whether engaging foes from afar with its main guns or delivering a decisive blow with its torpedoes, Anhalt stands ready to chart a course towards victory. So, captains, ready your crews and prepare for battle. For the German battleship Anhalt awaits, ready to leave its mark on the high seas of World of Warships Blitz.